It's very similar at the U of A. They do chemical and environmental engineering. It's mostly chemical, but then they do electrical and environmental class. And chemical was like really difficult for me, and like I kind of wanted to go more toward the environmental side, help clean up treatments and things like that, as opposed to like drilling oil. So.
Understandable. So has he told you anything about the
not that one.
Just a nuclear power.
Just the NUPAC program? So CEC is totally different than the NUPAC program. What we do is we do all of the facilities work for the Navy and Marine Corps. So we do public works and new construction on Navy and Marine Corps bases worldwide. The other half of what we do is for the Officer Corps for the Seabees, which are the construction battalions. And they do expeditionary construction in support of humanitarian and military operations. So we work with a lot of environmental engineers. Obviously, permitting is a huge issue that the Navy deals with on all of its bases. And whenever there's either a problem or, more likely is the case, preventing problems, it's a big piece of that. So as a JO, a junior officer, you wouldn't necessarily work directly as an environmental engineer, but you would work as a project manager or a public works officer on one of those bases. So, like, as Hughes explained, the NUPAC program totally different, but definitely in the same way, a very hands-on type of engineering.
Yeah, it's just like, I've been to a couple of career fairs and like, I tell my environmental engineer, but they, my skills are in engineering.
Right.
Most engineers, maybe not like more specific like software engineers, but they teach us in college to think like an engineer. And the company like trains us specifically what they want us to do. So like for companies, there's like a disadvantage in the title if I don't have the title of software engineering. So I'm looking, I'm definitely looking to work with my hands like and everything like that. I mean, if there's that, and then like your program sounds pretty cool.
So what we can do is you're gonna get that hands-on practical experience, and so say later on you want to make that transition to back to environmental engineering in the private sector. You have that ability to say, like when you're in the Navy, you get your PE and stuff like that. You get your professional engineer's license. So you'll have all that background and experience that will translate. So because when you're coming out of college, really they're just saying, okay, how are your grades? Here you're going to be able to say, here are my grades. Here's actually what I've done, improving myself, and here's my professional engineer's license. Now I'm ready to, you can show them what you're worth instead of them just looking at a piece of paper. So that's kind of one of the benefits of being in the Navy and going and seeing different places around the world. And it's pretty cool if you go to Africa, you can build villages for kids and families, and you can come back and say, listen, I did this on my own with my my construction battalion. It's one of those.
And the cool part is you actually do it on your own. I mean, as a junior officer, we're going to give you a number of enlisted men and women who are trained in the construction trades. We're going to give you a bunch of equipment, and we're going to say, go get this done. And obviously, there's support in the planning process and all that kind of stuff, but ultimately, you get the opportunity to really do it yourself.
And in the nuclear power, you can sit there and say, hey, I operated a $1 billion nuclear reactor consistently. People are going to be like, wow.
Is that what you did?
No, I went to surface warfare officer. So, but
I did actually go do a project, not in Africa, but in Afghanistan.
So what we can do is we can have you fill out this.
So this is how we essentially will be able to contact you to make sure that you get the information that you want. That'll enable you to make the right decision for you. So are you from Arizona?